Hello and welcome to another update video on Bitcoin. Just a quick look here at the chart after the daily candle has closed and not too much action since the last update because we're still in the overall range, but the price obviously dipped a little lower, dipped into this blue Fibonacci support zone, and the market has found some short-term support there. At least there's a bit of a green candle visible there right now. Yeah. This does look like 5 waves down. I mean, this could technically be a third wave. It's just that lengthwise, it's a bit short. So we'll see what happens. I mean, overall, what we can do in this video is to adjust the resistance area. I'd like to do that. We do that right now. As I said, what we have defined on this chart are the parameters. Yeah, the parameters tell us when the bulls are likely making a comeback. So if we get a break above resistance, then it indicates that we might witness at least an upside breakout attempt. For now, the pressure remains downward. Why is the resistance area so far away? Because in my opinion, and we don't want to overcomplicate it, in my opinion, it's possible that at any point now, this A wave actually completes. Yeah, this can be if this is a WXY structure to the downside, for example. And the reason is we've entered the blue target zone for this A wave. Hold on. The microstructures themselves, they are not so meaningful because microstructures change often. And what I'd rather do is have the parameters on the chart that guide us. The labels don't guide us. Yeah, the labels are a tool to identify the parameters that guide us. So we have a resistance area here on the chart between $107,371 and $110,355. And as long as we stay, below the 110,355 level, there is really no sign that the bulls are, trying to generate an upside breakout. I would actually prefer that we get a clearer C wave down in the white scenario. So that means that we get a 5-wave decline in wave C. But again, we might not, if this is, because, why am I so careful? Because in this range, we've seen so much choppy price action. And this is just a range in which the price loves to move around up and down in corrective patterns. So expect further chop, but I show on the chart in terms of roadmap what I prefer, but I want to be prepared for that B wave bounce. I hope that makes it clear. In terms of further support levels, I mean, we have support here in this area. There's a bit of a cluster of support between 103,684 and $104,399. There are not only a couple of Fibonacci levels, we also have a previous structural support level, which is the previous swing low that formed here on the 20th of May. So we've got 3 levels there in this region, and the price shows a small reaction, but again, that could also be the start of the wave 4. Even though it's short, I know. The microstructures are not the cleanest, but we have clear parameters that guide us. So in the white scenario, then ideally we stretch down a little further, 4th wave bounce, 5th wave down. But if I see a rally into the resistance area, this is likely the B wave. If we go down further more directly and we form 5 waves down, as per the yellow scenario, then it's likely the C wave in yellow. But for now, these 2 scenarios are moving into the same direction. For support, I already mentioned the next levels that are relevant. I mean, beyond that, below that, we've got 102,511. And then these previous swing lows here in the 101,400 to 100,750 area. And this is an important one. And to the upside, if we now get a bounce, a rally, I would expect this to be corrective in nature. So any rally now is expected to be corrective. But obviously, if I see something that's different, then I will adjust my approach. So if I see suddenly a 5-wave move up that breaks above resistance, then we would have to assume that a more substantial top is in. Then we can still relax, wait for the subsequent corrective pullback, which could then be a setup for an upside breakout, but we're far away from that. So yeah, parameters have shifted slightly, but there's no major change here. And tomorrow I can also take a look at the daily chart again. So hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.